Hello, hello, beautiful you. Welcome to another episode of the Conscious Manual, where I help you to love yourself so you can love your life and create the reality that you want. I've been talking about creating feelings deliberately, creating an emotion from the inside, not to let yourself be swept away with life or things that happen to you, but be an active creator and create the feeling from the inside out so you can create your life. And today I want to specifically talk about the emotion of ecstasy, feeling ecstatic, feeling blissful. Because I have found that there are three ways, there are probably many, many more, I'm sure there are, but I use three ways how to create ecstasy, how to feel ecstatic deliberately and create it. The first one I've already talked about in a previous episode, I think it's a while actually, which is called the "it is done" method. What I want you to do, my invitation for you, is to recall a memory where you felt on top of the world, where you felt so fucking fantastic, one of the best moments of your life. Close your eyes, go back into that moment. If you can't do it now, then get back to this later. And feel that. Feel how you felt during that event, during whatever happened there. But recall the memory. Recall the emotion. So by doing this, wherever you are, when you're having a difficult time, when you want to process something, when things are not going the way you want it to, you can pull up that memory and feel the feeling first of whatever was going on first, and then replace it with this new memory, with this new feeling. Because you're rewiring your mind in that moment. Old neurons are being wired with new neurons, and old neurons that fire together, wired together. So you're having this challenging emotion, which you first feel, you don't push it away, you feel it first, and then you wire it together with this new emotion of feeling on top of the world, blissful, happy, joyful. And while you're in that, you state, it is done, it is done, it is done. While you're feeling that emotion so strongly for about 10 seconds. What it's doing is that it is done becomes like an anchor point. When you say that, you go back to that emotion. So anytime then after a while, you don't need to recall the memory, you can just go into the feeling in a heartbeat. Because you already experienced it. So this is easier because you don't need to make up the emotion, which you can. But you can just recall it. Memorize it. Remember it, and memorize after a while. So that's the first way. You just recall a memory, something that you've experienced already, and make it in the present moment. Feel that feeling now. Whatever you're going through. I do this often. When challenging thoughts, when I'm having thoughts or so many thoughts, when I'm spiraling, when feeling like shit. And when I catch myself, you need to be conscious of this, otherwise you can loop for a while. I close my eyes, it is done. It is done. It is done. And I feel on top of the world. And it can be whatever. If you don't have a memory, you see, I can already feel it. If you don't have a memory that you can recall, then you can just make something up. It can be as small as you've done the dishes. Yeah! Woohoo! Or something as big as you just saw your child getting born. You can make something up. It is done. Technique number one. Well, what I say, 3 ways. So way number 1. Number 2. It's my favorite one. They call me Ecstatic Emmy. That's one of my nicknames. I have many, many nicknames. And I love dancing. So my name is Emmanuel. And the nickname that I've given is Ecstatic Emmy. And it comes from ecstatic dancing. Because I love dancing and I'm quite an ecstatic guy. Not quite, I'm very ecstatic. So the best way, a quick way for me to get into an ecstatic state, to get into bliss, to get into joy, whenever you're feeling like shit. Oh, this is very, very muddy. Here we go. Is to dance. That's why it's called ecstatic dance, because you're going into a natural state of ecstasy. Without words, but just letting your body flow. So when you're feeling whatever's going on, you feel like, I want to change this state. You put on music and you dance it out. You don't think, you don't try to make something of it. You just let your body move. Your body is in control. Your body has the emotions. So your body also wants to release the emotions. The emotions need to go out the same way they come in. They came in through your body, they have to go out through your body. And you can do this anywhere. This can take a minute, this can take an hour. However long you want it, however long it feels needed for you. And if you can do it regularly, if you can join an ecstatic dance group, I don't know if the sun is now in the camera, if you can join a group with other people, the energy is even stronger. I go dancing quite regularly. And in the beginning, I don't remember my first time I went to a conscious dance, an ecstatic dance like that. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? All these weird people dancing like crazy. Oh my gosh. Halfway, I walked out. I didn't go there for 2 years. I was like, all these weirdos, all these hippies. And then I went again. Absolutely loved it. I'm part of the weirdos. I am a hippie. Proud of it. Ecstatic Emmy, after all. But it's a very quick way. It's a very quick way to change your emotional state, to get into that bliss. And it might also feel when you go into a longer one, that stuff comes up because, like I said, it's stored in your body. But when you dance long enough, you will get into an ecstatic state. I love this because you can pull this out wherever you want. If you're brave enough, even in the supermarket or something like that. Dance it out. Go into an ecstatic bliss. And this has been used for thousands, 10,000s of years, I don't know, longer. As a way, this has so many benefits, but as a way to reach the state that you want, where you transmute and change how you feel and how you are being. So dancing, ecstatic dancing, free form, needs to be a free form, and you don't think. Let your body guide is the way number 2. And the third way is to be among your tribe. When you feel at home with the people that are around you, you start to feel at home and joyful automatically. Then you don't need to do anything. When you can recall in your life moments where you felt like, looking around, this is it. I love these people, whoever they are, strangers, family, loved ones, co-workers, I don't know. But you looked around and you felt home. It's because being in your tribe, being amongst your tribe, and being in a tribe is what's causing you to feel joyful and ecstatic. If you don't have a tribe right now, I'm not telling you to go look for them, but I am telling you or suggesting, because I can't tell you anything actually, I'm just sharing. What I'm inviting you to do is to follow your passion. You've heard this so many times, but what is meant with that is follow what makes your heart sing. Do a new hobby. Do something that you want to do for such a long time. Because in those spaces, that's where your tribe is. For example, my tribe is wherever spiritual ceremonies or ecstatic dancing or laughing, humor, personal development, that is where my people are. I didn't need to look for it in a museum for something, for example. And I don't go look for it. I used to in the past. I used to go to all these events to find a partner, to find friends. But then I switched. I just thought like, you know what? I'm just going to follow what I like, what I want to do. And then your tribe is going to emerge from that naturally, without you looking for it. Because if you're looking, people are going to smell it and they're going to be like, oh, this person wants something from me. No thanks. So this might be, it doesn't have to be, but it might be a longer term thing. But when you have them, you can recall, or you can be amongst them all the time, even when you're not with them. You're like, oh, I'm part of a tribe. Yes. When I'm feeling challenged, I can reach out. When I want to meet up, I can. But that's the third way. Be a part of a tribe. And that's also in a human DNA. If you were alone in the woods, or chances of survival were smaller. So you wanted to be in a tribe, in huts, and community. That's what we're still craving. Look at Corona, what happened there. People, yeah, people were lonely and didn't know how to be lonely. And that's something that you need to learn and get used to, because society says, no, it's not normal to be lonely. It is. You can embrace it. So, way number one, it is done. Feel that feeling that you want to feel by recalling a memory and then practicing it, so you can just prime yourself. It is done, and feel it now. Second way, dancing, freeform dancing, ecstatic dance, and you feel the bliss by just releasing it all. If you ever went to an ecstatic dance, or you go to one, people dance like this and all the crazy moves, but it's like you can feel the ecstasy without taking any. It's like you're sober, you're feeling ecstatic. And then the third one is to be amongst the tribe by following your heart, doing what you love doing. If you're currently doing a job that you don't like, and you can't change that for now, then search for hobbies that you actually love doing. If you don't have friends that want to join you, then go by yourself. Don't let yourself be discouraged by what your environment thinks about it, because that's where your tribe is. Because then you're in the element, and then you're feeling, I'm home. So let me know if you do one of these, what you think of it, how it went. If you're also an ecstatic dancing fan like me, I love dancing, like I said. And I will see you next time in another walking video where I help you in the conscious manual to love yourself, so you can love your life and create the reality that you want while we dance. See you next time, you epic being. You are epic. Ciao, ciao.